And at a certain point, I realized, hey, wait a second, if it's so easy to lose Jim Carrey, who the hell is Jim Carrey?
So you're just passing
We don't matter. We don't matter.
We don't matter.
But I don't believe that any of it matters.
And then you suddenly have this separation and go, well, who's Jim Carrey? Oh, he doesn't exist, actually.
It means we're all going nowhere. It's a big pageant of nothing rising out of nothing and happening for no one.
This mattering is to me a human construct, born out of a need, the same need as you have to have, deities and things like that. And it doesn't matter to me what's happening. I'm finding that ultimately the freedom from it is something people are kind of hungry for. And it doesn't matter to me what's happening.
Do you think that people kind of just don't understand it, or they haven't clued in to this whole thing you're talking about of people wearing masks?
I think that we're all, we're all trying to add things to ourselves so that we can finally define ourselves, and then everybody will get us and they'll go, okay, this is what you are. And then if you actually get there, you will find it so empty. That you'll realize that's really not what it's about. It's about not only, just going with the flow, but it's about not taking it personal.
Jim Carrey's girlfriend Catriona White's death officially ruled a suicide. On Tuesday, an autopsy report from the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office confirmed her death was caused by, quote, multiple drugs effect. The report listed four prescription drugs that were present in her system.
And what did they do to James Brown's son? They put $4,000 in his pocket, because 4 represent ritual, indeed, with the elites letting them know the hit has been done. Do y'all understand what's going on here?
Combined, the officers who shot the suspect have nearly 40 years of experience. HPD's Internal Affairs and Homicide divisions are investigating, along with the Harris County District Attorney's Office. We're live near downtown tonight. I'm Sally McDonald, Fox 26 News.
The report listed 4 prescription drugs that were present in her system, including painkillers, beta blockers, and a sleep aid. The docs indicate 3 of the prescriptions were under the name Arthur King.
But I don't believe that any of it matters. And it doesn't matter to me what's happening. I'm finding that ultimately the freedom from it is something people are kind of hungry for.
Jim Carrey says a wrongful death lawsuit filed by the estranged husband of his ex-girlfriend is a heartless attempt to exploit him. The wrongful death lawsuit contends that Carrey improperly obtained prescriptions for Ambien and the powerful opioid oxycodone under the alias Arthur King. The suit accuses Carrey of giving White the drugs just days before she was found dead in one of Carrey's homes.
Big legal battle brewing this week. A wrongful death lawsuit was filed against Jim Carrey, accusing him of triggering the suicide of his girlfriend, Catriona White.
Mark Burton says Catriona took her own life because, as he claims, Carrey gave her 3 different sexually transmitted diseases, then lied about it, and when confronted, he dumped her.
Mr. Carrey sent a text message to Miss White, who was already deceased for 3 days, trying to claim that his drugs were missing.
In response, Jim issued a statement to ET saying, quote, "I will not tolerate this heartless attempt to exploit me or the woman I loved."
And then you suddenly have this separation and go, well, who's Jim Carrey? Oh, he doesn't exist, actually.
They're like, I don't want to be me either.
Right.
You know, and I go, well, look, great, because you never have been.
On Thursday, a lawsuit brought against Jim Carrey over the death of his ex-girlfriend was dismissed.
Previously on Profit, Wayne Gresham is dead. He was a junior vice president of acquisitions at Grayson & Grayson Incorporated. He was a junior vice president of acquisitions at Grayson & Grayson Incorporated, where I happen to work. I want to be president of acquisitions. Jack Walter's job.
Remember Wayne Gresham?
I never met him.
Died of a heart attack. You took his job. Oh, by the way, I spoke with Chaz about your promotion. We're gonna have to put a hold on that for the time being. But you should know, Jim, I got my eye on you.
You can't run from me, son of a bitch.
I certainly didn't mean for you to get the wrong idea.
Jim, I don't have the wrong idea about you. You want all of us to tear each other apart because that's your twisted idea of family. When you look at Chaz, do you see your own father? Do you see how deeply you need to please him, how badly you need to gain control over him? Maybe someday you'll have to kill him like you killed your own father.
I'm sorry, I'm not hearing you.
Demons get pretty loud sometimes, don't they? What are they telling you? Go for Chaz's job? CEO? No, because then you'd be in the spotlight. That's no good. You can't operate in the light. Now, you've got your eye on the throne, but you want to be the power behind it. This problem of yours, Jim, this lurking in the shadows, do you think it has something to do with being raised in a box?
I better go.
Jack Walters, you are under arrest for first-degree murder, for selling contraband substances, and for trying to manipulate an officer of the law. That would be me. Jack, I don't like to be manipulated. Guff him.
Ernie, what are you doing?
Your friend here did everything that he tried to hang on Prophet. During questioning. If you so desire and cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you without charge. Do you understand the rights as I've given them to you?
I do.
You have the right to speak without an attorney present.
What's going on?
You didn't hear? They're saying Jack Walters killed Wayne Gresham.
Failure. It's a much better teacher than success. My failure was in underestimating my competition, which was far more complex and dangerous than I had suspected. I'll know better next time.
This is Jim Prophet. Please leave a message. You ain't gonna believe what happened to me. Some swayback lowlife married to his cousin drug dealer sold me a bunch of damn baby laxative. You can't trust nobody in this cheap-ass world. You better get your butt over here, Jimmy. I need money and I need loving.
Sorry, Mom. Servicing you tonight is the least of my troubles.
Find out what happened to my car.
Bobby Stokowski. I redecorated your brother's office.
Oh, yes. How are you?
Good. And late from a Bible class. Nice to see you.
Who the hell's that? What the hell?
Give me your wallet. Give me your wallet! Take it easy, lady. I'm going. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me.
Oh, Lord. Are you all right?
You saved my life.
Police detectives. They're talking to Joanne.
So?
So, she knows you weren't at a Bible class. What did she ask you?
What I was doing there at that hour. How come I fired the gun there instead at the mugger? You know, typical police BS. She can't touch me.
She can touch you.
Not what you looking out for me, baby boy. There. Ain't that pretty? Mrs. Roberta Grayson.
Isn't that always the way? Just when you're prepared to settle in and focus on one person, somebody else needs your attention. But the important thing to always remember in business is what may seem like a calamity can often become an opportunity.
He's perfectly sane. I just want to see him put away. I want to see justice done.
Why is that so important?
Because I don't want to live in the kind of a world that would tolerate him.
But what if we do? What happens to you?
The good doctor is someone to help keep Joanne on course. She seems so much stronger lately. Focused. Even happy. Psychiatrists who sleep with their patients. Like you and Celia Harden. Right here on this couch, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6. Is that right? Gee, nothing to say. I think think Freud would pick up this ball and run with it.
With Prophet is growing. You think about him night and day. You can't eat, Joanne. Food is repulsive to you because you don't deserve to eat until you get him.
Get up. Look at your daddy, Joanne. What's he doing?
He's hanging from a rope that's wrapped around a pipe. It's making that noise.
She canceled the security council speech. She's on her way in, and the guard will buzz me when she gets to the elevator.
About my meeting with Chaz.
I've made sure that the 25th floor conference room is booked, so you'll have to meet with Chaz on the 18th, right around the corner from Joanne's office.
Tell Mr. Grayson we're ready.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Oh, well.
There you are.
What's going on here? What, are you working for him now? No. You give him a copy of my speech, too?
When?
Answer me!
Joanne, calm down.
Get out! Get out!
Joanne, you said you found this behind a Xerox machine. You brought it here.
He stole it.
Then why would I bring it back to you in the middle of the day? In front of everybody? I'd apologize, but I don't know what I've done.
What the hell's wrong with her?
I don't know.
This will all be settled next week. One way or the other.
One of the reasons a polygraph remains inadmissible in court is because what it measures isn't whether or not the truth is being told, but how the body is behaving during a series of questions and answers. If you upset the body, then you throw off the test.
Is your name Jim Prophet?
Yes.
Did you kill Wade Gresham?
No.
Have you ever embezzled money from Grayson and Grayson?
No.
Are you 28 years old?
Yes.
Were you born in Chicago?
Yes.
Is your name Joanne Meltzer?
Yes.
Did Jim Prophet kill his father?
Absolutely. He's the sickest son of a bitch on the face of the earth.
Well, the results of the polygraph are in. You both passed. According to 200 pages of detailed and expensive analysis, you're both telling the truth. And since I said I'd fire the liar, it puts me in a very curious position.
Can I speak to you, Jim?
Would you excuse us for just one second? Nora Grayson. Her husband is VP of Acquisitions. Her brother-in-law, CEO. Smile.
Can we drop you?
I drove. I hate what it must be doing to you. Nora, there's something I need to tell you. I don't know how to say it.
Well, look, God knows I've dumped enough of my problems on you, so...
I can't see you anymore.
Jim.
I know, it sounds stupid. It hurts too much to be around you. I'm sorry.
Connor Valley?
The Northview Lodge. You know it?
Oh, yeah.
But here's what I'm thinking. You tell Pete you're going to the spa, and you meet me at the Northview Lodge.
All right.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Oh, we're doing this.
Hello?
Jim, what's the matter? Are you still at home?
Yes, Nora, I am.
Why?
Nora, Pete's a friend of mine. How can we do this to him?
Jim,
Nora, I don't know how I'd ever look at him again.
Jim, I don't know what to do.
Just give me a sec. Let me pull myself together here.
Yes?
Sorry to disturb you, Mr. Grayson. There's someone in the lobby who insists upon seeing you.
Thank you.
Nora, we both know we can't do this. I'll always be your friend.
I love you, Jim.
Nora? What are you doing here?
Oh, Chaz. Hi. I was just on my way for a weekend at the spa. And I thought I'd stop for Pete.
With my wife?
Pete, listen.
With my wife?
Oh, wait.
Pete! What the hell are you doing?
Eileen.
Nora.
Hi.
Hi.
Don't worry, I'm not stalking you. Yet.
Something wrong? Something wrong?
Everything. Since we... Well, what would you call what we did? A non-affair?
Friendship.
I keep thinking I'd feel better if you would just hold me for a moment.
If you care about me, you can help both of us by doing the right thing.
I wouldn't count on me for that kind of help.
Please. Nora.
Hey, Gail. Is he in?
No.
Just set these on his desk.
Mr. Grayson, I'm sorry. He doesn't like anyone in there when he's not around. Even me.
It'll be okay.
No, please. Mr. Grayson, don't get me in trouble.
Okay.
It's just that for so long I felt like I don't have anyone. And that was okay. As long as I stayed happy on the outside and dead on the inside. But then I met you. And all of a sudden I feel things again.
Being a woman alone in a man's world is no easy task. Anna Clayton Kistrell, co-founder of Dynamite, the wildly successful chain of food and music clubs. Despite everything she's achieved, she still lives in fear. Separated from Ray Kistrell, her husband of 7 years, Anna has been subjected to a reign of romantic terror. Unsigned notes calling her an evil slut. Blood on her car.
Who's there?
Wow. It's enough to unhinge anyone.
Stay the hell away from me.
Anna.
Oh, God. Jim.
I'm sorry, did I frighten you?
No, it's just... I thought it was Ray.
Only me.
Our personal relationships are more important than any business deal. I'm going to hold you both in my prayers until the right solution presents itself. And if it doesn't, well, it just wasn't meant to be. I publish this acquisition in the annual reports. 200,000 copies go out to the shareholders next week.
Ray signed the deal memo. He gave me his word he'll sign the contract.
So you told me, Sykes. It was just a formality. So you all told me! The board expects this to go through. The stock is up $3 in anticipation. Ray signs the contract before the annual reports go out, or the three of you are looking for new jobs. Ray signs the contract before the annual reports go out, or the three of you are looking for new jobs.
When it comes right down to it, big business is all about opportunity. Here's a terrific one to remove Sykes from our midst.
Take me home, Hal. I'm beat.
Get away from her!
Ray?
Easy, take it easy.
Oh,
Oh my God, I'm gonna get my...
no, don't leave me, don't leave me, don't leave me.
The things I do for love. Pain. The Buddhist monks believe it exists only to be embraced, that we must fold it into our lives alongside pleasure, and remember that both are fleeting. You ever do any rock climbing, Jeff?
Can't say I have.
It's awful fun. But it's dangerous. You know, my doctor says I'm lucky I didn't break anything.
You and that mugger both. He's got a big nasty bruise on his chest too, doesn't he? Just like yours.
Really?
I don't like coincidence, Jim. Especially when they end up wrapped in neat little packages.
You think I have something to do with the terrible things been happening to Anna and Chaz?
Ray's first wife didn't leave him. She drowned. While he sat on this boat 5 feet away.
No.
Yes. He killed her. But you've known that all along, haven't you? You've known that since the day this deal first started. So why tell me now? Can't be because you care about Anna or what her psycho husband's gonna do to her. It has to be so I'll tell her.
Jeff, if you stumbled across some sort of evidence here, I'm sure you're gonna do whatever your conscience tells you to do.
And when I do, Ray goes through the roof, then he goes to his old buddy Chaz, and I get fired.
For telling the truth?
For meddling in a deal after it's closed.
I just want to say that I know how hard you've worked to get to where you are. And then to throw it all away, just to do the right thing. I admire you. Well, they say goodness is its own reward. And if a good man perseveres, he can leave the world a better place than he found it.
You have to get out of here. I know a shelter where you'll be safe, where he can't find you.
Come on, Ray. Ray. No, come on, man.
Anna, get
Chill
out.
Cool
Get
it.
out.
Ray.
Get out.
Ray.
Open the door. I want to talk to you. Anna, talk to me about this.
Sykes. He works for you, doesn't he?
Sykes? What did he do?
Jim, I think you know I never wanted to hire Sykes. Last thing we need right now is some eco do-gooder throwing wrenches. But the board loves him and the press loves him. So when he does something incredibly stupid like harassing Ray Kestrel, our newest acquisition, on the very day after the merger closes, I get very upset. Because you should have known about it, and you should have stopped him. I get very upset. Because you should have known about it, and you should have stopped him. And from now on, you will. Do we understand each other? Good.
We must welcome adversity and embrace struggle. And no matter what we get from life, never give less than 100%. And anyone who thinks controlling people is a science is dead wrong. It's an art.
There is no me, no self. Jim Carrey is gone, actually never existed, and I know that now, So I'm able to take gigantic chances with this thing that people know as Jim Carrey.